So, good morning everyone. We have looked at in the last chapter we have looked at the mechanical properties of solids. In this chapter we are going to talk about mechanical properties of fluids, and I will just tell you that what we mean by fluids. There are essentially three states of matter, namely the solid, liquid and the gases, and the solids are characterized by having specific shapes and sizes. Okay. And if you apply pressure to it, the change in volume is negligible, and sometimes it is so small that it cannot be recorded. While the same is true for liquids, but the liquids cannot take shear stress at all. So, it does not have any specific shape or size, and it takes the shape of the container that it is put into. And when we come to gases, they have a different property. In fact, the change in volume by application of pressure in gases is enormous, or can be enormous. And like when you fill in automobile tire with air, and by using a device so as to fill in air, the air does not go and settle in the bottom of the tire. Rather, it just fills the space available to it uniformly. While the liquid, actually if you pour in liquid, it will just go to the bottom, run to the bottom and start building up from there. The gases do not have that property. And because the gases and the liquids, they do not have any specific shape, they can flow, and that is why they are called as fluids. So, when we talk about, so we are discussing mechanical properties of fluids, and in that so far we have defined solids, liquids and gases. It's these two collectively are called as fluids. So, it is the liquid and the gases both can flow, and anything that can flow is called as a fluid. Now, there is another state of matter in addition to the three, which happens at very large temperature, when the atoms are actually stripped of their electrons and they acquire a charge, and these are called as ions. So, atoms either which are devoid of some electrons, essentially which are at the outermost shell, and they form ions, and this state of matter is called as plasma. And some scientists are of the opinion that the colloids, which are the suspension of tiny particles in a liquid such as milk, should also be considered as a separate state of matter, but nevertheless we shall talk about primarily these three states of matter: solids, liquids and gases. And as I have told that we have mostly dealt with solids in the last chapter, so we shall be more concerned about liquids and gases, or collectively which are known as fluids now. So, we have fluids all around us, and the air that we breathe in is a fluid. Human body consists of water, which is also a fluid, which mostly consists of water, and a lot of processes that go on in human bodies or in other living beings, even in plants, they are mediated by fluids such as water or some other liquid. So, it is very important that we understand the properties of the fluids and the way actually to characterize them. So, let us just go into understanding fluids and also solids from an interatomic or an intermolecular perspective point of view. So, solids, as we know, that have definite shape